So many things going on. Francois the Great, he is not here today. He is actually on audition for The Bachelor.
Oh.
We are wishing him the best. I'm kidding. He is not on audition for The Bachelor, right? But we do need him on the show.
Rumors.
We do need him on the show. I'm trying to put him in there to get the ball going.
Okay.
Hey, we can only wish. Hope for the best.
Yes,
Hope
yes.
for the best.
Okay.
So go.
I was going to say, he does The Bachelor when you do that TikTok dance, right?
Yes.
That love and attention.
Yes,
TikTok
absolutely. We have so many music reviews we're going to be doing today. Let me try to name them off to you as well. We got Dorian, Lillian Hepler, Off the One, Marcos G, James Japan, Jenevieve, and SevvTheArtist as well. We're going to start off with SevvTheArtist later in the show because she was supposed to be on last week, but we had so much going on.
That's right.
But we don't forget about the people.
Of course, never.
We don't forget about the people. So, Missy, before we get into everything, how was your weekend?
I had a really good week. I like to have chill weekends when I'm not here at the station or going to events or anything. I just like to hang out with my family, have a backyard barbecue, wear sweats, and just like listen to old school music. Like,
okay.
So that's what I did.
That's it, backyard barbecue.
Yeah, my family does that almost every Sunday. It's like my dad's way of relaxing.
Of relaxing. Okay,
yeah.
so for myself, I've been heavily involved, and I don't care if people shame me. I have been involved in The Bachelorette. I have been don't laugh at me. I've been watching this show for a while because I like to see what happens when you go into the real world after the rose ceremony. Is it still lit?
For about a year.
For about a year, right?
Yeah.
So I'm invested into the show. I really like the show. Francis just texted me. He said he's not doing The Bachelor at any point in time.
We'll see.
That's okay. We'll see. So we're going to get into a quick music review just to start it off.
Okay.
To keep our promises going.
Okay.
And after that, we're going to have Chris Clay Jones, the actor-director. He's going to be talking about his Western films. Very interesting. A black man in Western films. I like it.
Yes.
I like it a lot. So right now we're going to be listening to SevvTheArtist. Are we going to sip tea or light it up?
Let's hear it.
That was SevvTheArtist. Wow, that was a beautiful song.
Okay, Sev.
It was beautiful. And before I get into how I feel about it, it's ladies first.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll take
now
this one.
You're picking up the lighter and the teacup. What are we doing here?
I'm also picking up the teacup.
I see that. What are we doing here?
I'm lighting it up first.
Okay.
Yes, of course. I loved it.
Okay.
I really liked it. It was a song that I would like hang out to, making dinner to, and just like hanging out at home listening to that song. I really liked it. And he has a very beautiful voice. She. I'm so sorry. She has a very beautiful voice. Sorry,
right.
Sev.
That's all right. I agree. I'm lighting it up. I'm lighting it up as well. I think we're gonna put it into rotation.
I love it.
The majority agrees. Mm-hmm. But before my man Alice hit me up, he lightened it up too. He lightened it up too.
We're not the only
Our
ones.
executive director lightened it up too. I will give my opinion a little bit later, but we got Chris Clay Jones in the building. How'd you feel about the song?
Yes, Christopher Clay.
You know what, I was enjoying it. I mean, it's got a really nice melody to it.
Okay.
It kind of relaxes you. I felt like I was in a nice lounge somewhere.
Oh, a nice lounge. Okay.
Something
that's a
adult,
good one.
you know.
Okay, nice lounge somewhere sipping as in okay. Now, I like to explain the mood. Tell me about this lounge here. Like, wait, give me a little more details about this lounge. What's going on at this
down
lounge?
in Atlanta, where I cut my teeth in the entertainment industry.
Okay,
there's a lot of lounges that we would meet up in just to have meetings or auditions or anything of that nature, and it's such a cool, funky vibe, man.
Okay.
It brought me there.
Okay, so you lighting it up for Sev too?
It's lit, bro.
It's lit. It's
okay, you
lit.
got three.
We got three lighters. SevvTheArtist, congratulations. You are now in our core music. So I hope you got your pro account and stuff signed up, because if not, that would not be good. But at the end of the day, SevvTheArtist, we definitely light it up. To get my take, I thought it was a beautiful song. I love the hook. I thought it was very organic, natural. She sounds like herself. She doesn't sound like anybody else. Lighten it up again for SevvTheArtist. Sure. We want you to check out SevvTheArtist. Continue to support these independent artists doing their thing out there that don't typically get the recognition they deserve, right? It's not all about being top 100. It's about your talent and letting people hear what you got to do. So anyway, segue into our country western star here. Let me put on my little twang. How you
All
doing,
right.
sir?
I'm doing just fine.
Doing just fine. Well, let's go and mosey on down and talk about what's going on with you, sir.
All right. Well, I guess we're here to talk about some of the projects that I've done and I've got going on.
Okay,
So
okay.
Which one would you like to go first?
Well, interesting enough, Missy, my boy Francois, he's actually remote. He'll be here soon. And myself were granted access to one of your short films.
That's right.
Thank you for that. I will not give you guys the password. It's not your business right now. But in the meantime, I thought it was very unique. I thought it was different, especially seeing a black man in Western. I thought it was dope.
So it was a Western, and the movie was called Justice for All, correct?
Yes, that's correct. First heard about this through a writer down in Florida. His name was Sam Fiddler. So shout out to Sam Fiddler down
Shout
there
out
and his
Sam.
family.
Okay.
He hit me up after, he found this story, this amazing story about black U.S. Marshals in the Oklahoma Indian Territory around the 1850s, 1890s.
Okay.
And these guys were legendary. So when you go over to Oklahoma, there's a huge Marshals Museum that they just constructed. You're going to see stories of Bass Reeves, Grant Johnson, and the guy who I play, which is Rufus Cannon. These men were just phenomenal examples of human beings persevering in a time that was lawless, racist, and yet they were able to not only stand for something like justice, but they left behind a legacy that I don't think many people have heard about.
Right. So now Rufus Cannon, is this a fictional character?
So no, Rufus is a real man.
So Rufus is a real man. Now you picked it up though.
Okay.
So you picked it up. What inspired you to pick that up as it just left on the floor? Any other director could have got it.
I'm going to tell you, he has a similar background to me.
Okay.
So Rufus Cannon, actually, no, this is kind of deep. And if you think about it,
Let's go deep. Let's go.
You ready to deep dive?
Let's go. Let's go deep.
His mother owned his father.
Whoa.
Ooh, let that sit for a minute.
That's deep.
All right.
His mother owned the father?
Mother owned the father. He had a Caucasian mother, which was from Germany. She left with her father to come over here.
Wow.
They owned slaves. One of his slaves had a baby with his mama. So imagine that dynamic.
I'm sipping tea on that one.
Sip it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, he wasn't even allowed to be raised in the house. He had to actually go into slave quarters and live his life and be raised. But now Rufus Cannon had a Choctaw side to him as well, which is Choctaw's Indian.
Right, okay.
And so the word Wakayachi and the next project that I have coming up means to rise up. And what I intend to display in this next project is where we kind of left off with Justice for All. And I want to show that race relations were not as terrible as what history books make it seem. Rufus,
can you explain that?
Yes, I can.
For the people that they may differ.
Sure. Back in the Indian Territory, there was a hodgepodge of just multi-ethnic groups. I mean, you had the Indians coming in, you had the United States Army coming in, you had folks who were leaving the Civil War, and they were going out there as police officers. When they got there, you had a whole slew of people, Indians, you had some Mexican Americans, you had a little bit of Chinese in there, you had Caucasians, obviously. And my story focuses around Rufus and his whole entire development. He worked eventually at the age of 45, 47 for the notorious hanging judge, Judge Isaac Parker.
Okay.
And he worked with a whole team of marshals that, again, stamped out a great legacy, not only for African Americans, but for Americans altogether. They worked with, Judge Isaac Parker. He actually was known for hiring African Americans inside of his courtroom in a time where people didn't do that.
Wow.
But he did it. And so when you see these real stories, shout out to Art Burton up in Chicago, our historic advisor. He's got several books out. You guys check him out, artburton.com. And he basically outlines these amazing adventures. He's done the heavy lifting. When I say Rufus was a bad mamma jamma, he was 103 years old with bullets, 22 bullets still in his flesh.
Rufus had 22 still in his flesh?
And lived to be 103
I
years
saw that
old.
when I was watching the film at the end credits, when they were saying the years of when they were born and when they died. And that's when I realized it was a true story. And then I saw that he lived to 103. That's wild.
Isn't it?
Like, people don't
Especially
even...
back then.
Especially back then, people can live to be that old now, but back then is insane. Especially, I didn't know about the 20 bullets.
Man, I'm telling you, he had some of the most epic gunfights. Actually, one of the largest gunfights that has ever been recorded in history. The man fought. If you can just imagine, just, what you see on television right now, where you see people,
right, shooting
out with gangs and the police. This man had a fight that lasted all night long. and
it was a battle.
It was a battle. Now, so if you're a bad guy, you're missing out on the government support. Rufus was, he was backed by the badge, so he had all the support of the United States Marshals, his Judge Isaac Parker. So he had ammunition,
all the resources.
He had better ammo. He had better guns.
Right.
And so when your bad guy runs out of bullets, that's kind of when you win.
Yeah, that is when you win. Sounds like the Hatfields and McCoys.
And
it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
When I was watching the short film as well, I did notice all the shooting scenes. And then I did notice, I'm like, oh my God, this guy's shooting all crazy. He's going to run out of bullets, So it's definitely, those are the kinds of things that I did think of when I was watching the film.
Yeah, those were the old-time commandos, in my opinion. People don't realize it was like Vietnam on steroids out in the Wild West. I mean, you had Indian tribes fighting. It was lawless. I mean, you would just go from one town to the other and pass several dead bodies.
Well, as far as Indian tribe, you're part Indian as well, correct?
Choctaw,
okay.
So you see how similar we were?
Yeah.
My grandmother's German.
Wow.
I'm telling you. So when I got that, I said, this is a sign from God. I got to tell this man's story. And so when I did, I got the blessing of his family. And we held a screening down in Long Beach, and we had a nice red carpet, a nice screening for them. And his surviving niece, I remember her saying, thank you for telling his story. You're our family's hero.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I said, I'm not finished. I'm just kidding. I'm not finished yet. I'm still gonna tell it, and it's gonna be epic this time. So
yeah, okay, man. That's very interesting. Did you see the movie Posse?
I saw it.
You saw it?
I did.
Okay, what you think about it?
Okay, so overall, okay, so
you sipping tea or you lighting it up to that? It's okay. How you feeling?
Let me just.
You gonna sip a little tea? Oh, okay. So we got Chris Clay is sipping some peach tea to Posse. Okay, explain why.
Okay, so
it was in the 90s.
It was in the 93, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It was a beautiful film. Let me go up the positives before I go down on them.
Okay.
Beautiful film. I think it was very, very well cast.
Very well cast. Okay.
They used a lot of minorities in the film, which made me smile.
Yeah.
So what, that narrative was okay. The plot was. It was sip worthy. I mean,
yeah, it's a 33 Rotten Tomatoes right now.
I get that.
Yeah, so you understand? You agree with that?
That, you know what? One thing that it's taken me 5 to 6 years to develop this script that we're working on right now.
Oh wow!
5 to 6 years, and that's a team of us just doing our utmost to do backstories on characters, making sure that you understand the highlights of what these people who are in the film are all about. That they're interesting. If you watch the movie Tombstone.
Tombstone.
That's
a good movie.
Okay, one of the producers of Tombstone and the actors, Peter Strayko, produced and acted in Justice for All. We spent much time together at his movie ranch in Agua Dulce, just talking about historic accuracy.
Right.
And when you talk to these people who have done 50, 60, 70 Western films,
wow,
you have like this overwhelming urge to get the story right. And so when you see films like Tombstone, I mean, they've got characters. Doc Holliday. What was that other brother's name with the mustache? Wyatt Earp. You had all of these brothers that fascinating characters. So why can't we do that? And I think that it's sometimes a shortcut for Hollywood to not spend the time necessary to develop the backstories of these amazing individuals who need their stories told in cinematic form.
I think that's beautiful, man. I think that's beautiful. So, as far as sipping tea and lighting it up to your own film, the short film that we've seen, if you can be biased, what would you say were the highlights of your film or things that you think, I could have worked on?
Okay, so I've heard a lot of critique over the years with Justice for All.
Okay.
We were working with a very new director.
Okay.
And your director is like the driver of your Uber or your cab, right? You can have the best cinematographer, the best audio, makeup. You can have all the special effects. But if he drives that ship into a different direction, you guys are all going to go that way.
Yeah.
And so what I would say is if I had to sip tea, I think that, our director could have probably and I'm not throwing shade on
No.
anybody because his grandfather was in the mob, so I don't want to say anything.
We
better watch
we might want to just stop talking right now.
Watch
I mean,
yourself.
I ain't trying to be no accessory to the hit.
Me neither.
Okay,
I don't want
yeah.
to get hit. So,
Okay.
But I would say, development more so into the backstories.
Okay.
I think it was a beautiful film. Shout out to the camera team, JT and his whole entire crew.
Right.
Jake Borowski, really, really clutch producers and very talented at what they do. So I would say that's a positive. If I had to highlight some things, it's action packed. It's got a really nice story. It's family friendly. There's no cursing in it that I can recall.
No, nothing. A lot of spitting though.
Well, they did that back
A lot
in
of
the day.
spitting. I spit right on his face on the ground. I said, "Oh man, I know he got to be hot about that."
Well, everybody has their own little things to do.
Yeah.
So I would say those are some of the highlights. I mean, it's entertaining,
Yeah.
and it's something that. So I've got 2 children. This is my son Axel right here. He's no longer little, but
Oh heck no.
no. But I would say I've got several films in the past that I've done that I haven't produced or that I've just been in front of the camera on, and I can't sit down with him and watch it, or my daughter.
Well,
And I'm like, I'm a little torn to even let them see some of the things that I've done because I'm saying, well, you know what? It's not family friendly. I don't want you guys to see that side of me.
right.
And so the projects that I'm moving forward with, I want everybody to be able to see it, like Dancing with Wolves. Everybody can turn that on.
Yeah.
I think that's the direction that.
Well,
folks need to go.
Byron, I get, if you text me and when I'm live on there, I'm gonna talk about it. So it is what it is. I'm just letting y'all know.
He's warning
Byron
you
said
now.
he wants to be Huckleberry. He's trying to get in the film, make arrangements, right? So
Okay, he's Huckleberry.
that's what he said.
Well, he sounds like he got some good referrals.
I did not refer him. I'm the messenger. That's all it is. I'm the messenger. But from what I seen, I wanted to put on a cowboy hat and get in.
Did you?
I did.
Okay,
He
tell me
did.
about it.
I did.
He's
What'd you
been
think?
talking about it all
well,
week.
Give me the high and the low.
I thought that they needed one more black man, right?
okay.
And I could have been that black man. They needed one more. Bring me in. What I like the most about it, this is me lighting it up.
Okay.
I love the camera shots.
Okay.
I thought the camera shots were great. The quality of it, I was like, man, this is really, you send me a link. I'm thinking, okay, we'll see. But I was very surprised by that. If I was sipping tea, because you sip a little tea yourself,
I sipped it.
I would say that some of the actors were not as good as some of the other actors. It wasn't the range of acting. They had some that were more experienced than others. That would be the only thing, right?
So you're right there, and there were some people who were reenactors. If you're familiar with that type of thing, we gave them a shot. The director gave them a shot,
Right.
at that, and so that's not the first time I've heard that critique.
Okay. So I feel comfortable.
Casting will be different next time.
So for those of you, for our viewer or our listeners who don't know, because obviously I know, what did you say those people
They're reenactors.
reenactors?
Yeah, so if you go up to Pioneer Town, which is one of the studios that, has been around for a long time, there are regular shows you can go see where people spend their own time and their money just reenacting
I
different
see.
Western characters. So,
okay.
so some of those guys were just wonderful individual characters that they worked on for a long time, and
Okay.
and they got a shot. So.
I have to say I didn't notice that at all.
Thank you.
You didn't
I
know-
did not
Yeah.
notice that at all.
Come on now.
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
Missy over here front. You didn't notice at all, Missy?
I really didn't.
So
No,
you-
I
okay.
thought that some of the other actors were good. In fact,
okay.
I liked them. But
Who was
I
your
mean,
favorite besides myself? Obviously.
Obviously.
She's
The
like,
bad
obviously
guy.
you.
Yeah.
The bad guy was. I liked him.
He was good.
And then I liked your partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did like them. So.
Well, I tell you,
Props.
the bad guy was obviously very, very talented at being bad. I don't think it was too far off of his natural character, and I don't mind
caught
saying
that.
that. So I mean, that was a good casting.
wow.
Good casting
That's
there.
good. Yeah, exactly.
Watch
He
your
plays
children.
it really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I Google Rufus, he pulls up and you pull up. So that's cool.
It is cool. It's
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
There's a lot of Hollywood has got some racism in it. Let me just put that out there.
Okay.
And so this time around, not only will I be executive producing along with other folks who are like-minded, but you have a lot of conversations that go on in terms of marketing and development and artwork and who you're going to brand and who you're not going to brand. And I had a conversation one time that just blew my mind, man. We're sitting there designing the poster, had the artist, graphic artist, and we're going
It looks good though, by the way.
Thank you.
It looks really good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And when I see the story about Justice for All and Rufus Cannon, they say to me, Christopher, we'd like to talk with you about, there are more white people in this nation, and it'd be more marketable if we put him above and centered him into the middle of this photo. And I said, but the movie's not about, it's not about the bad guy.
Right, yeah.
The movie's about the hero, Rufus Cannon. And that was such a fight and a struggle that I realized I'm working with some folks who don't seem to have the same perspective as what I do. And I'm biracial. My mother's white. I come from a blended family. I'm the least racist person you'll ever meet. I am America.
Yes, he is. He's America, man. Absolutely,
both my folks were in the Navy. I mean, we are veterans, you know what I mean? My whole family.
It can't be more American.
Can't be. And I'm sitting back looking at these people saying,
I mean, your shirt has the USA on the right.
We got to represent.
Yeah, exactly. Got a California bear on the hat.
Freedom! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, when we're moving forward in this next production, man, I'm just gonna take the whole blinders off of the color aspect and focus on the story aspect.
All right.
Because I don't care what color you're. You know what? We're the human race. That means hue of color, race, people, humans. Right? We're all the same.
Right.
They understood that back then. Even during the Jim Crow laws and all of these other funky things that were going on politically, they got it. They got it that we're in this together. And I think that's what's missing from today's society. So part of my input, part of my contribution to this climate that we're doing is to inject this film. Yeah. Because I want to get the seed planted into people's subconscious that realize that you and me, we are the same human race. And they got that back then because you had to come together during a struggle to make it.
Man, that's almost running for the governor of California. I'm about to vote you in. Man.
Gavin better watch out, baby.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was very impressed. You obviously have a story. It's wonderful. We would love to continue to have you here if you want to. We have another artist we want to put through with Jenevieve with Baby Powder. We're going to sip tea or light it up.
Okay. Miss Jenevieve.
Here we go. That Baby Powder with Jenevieve. All right, Missy doing her little sway right now. That's gotta be a good thing. How you feeling about Jenevieve with the Baby Powder?
Jenevieve with the Baby Powder. Well, I have
this
to
is
say,
like our second time.
I was gonna say this is our second time with her.
I
lit it up last time. I'm lighting it up again.
Okay.
I'm getting a feel for her vibe, her style.
Okay,
for sure. I could actually I recognized her voice like when I was listening to the playlist. I'm like,
so you just knew that was Jenevieve.
I did, yeah.
Wow.
From her voice and her style.
She has a great style.
Yeah,
she has
very unique.
Very unique, and she doesn't sound like a lot of the artists today.
She keeps to her, like she stays to herself.
Stays to herself,
in a sense,
right?
like stays true to herself.
And she's not like a powerhouse singer, but man, she knows how to write a song, right?
Yeah, she does.
She knows how to write a song. So
I mean, she might surprise us one day and have a powerhouse song though.
Yeah, she
might. You never know.
Do you think she needs to get away from that kind of style though?
No, I don't, because she's obviously has a good formula going. Yeah, you know, but I mean, it never hurts to try different styles.
I think it's working right now.
Yeah,
I think I think she's found her voice, what she wants to do. I agree. I'm definitely lighting it up. We all lighting it up. We lighting it up for Jenevieve, Baby Powder. I can't remember the last song we put in with her, but you're right. It was a familiar voice. It just came.
Was it Midnight Charm?
Yeah, that's it. There you go, girl. Midnight. Yes,
I was
Midnight.
looking at songs last night.
There you go, Midnight Charm. So this is another Jenevieve song. She's back into the core rotation, lighting it up. I mean, what can you say? It seems like anything we play from her, we like. What about you, Chris?
Oh, I was light it up, baby.
You lighted it up too? Light it up, baby.
She's got an angelic voice, man.
Okay.
We need more of that.
We need more of that. Okay.
I don't mind her not belting it out like that. I think it's kind of like she's whispering to you in a nice, sweet song.
Oh,
you set the
like
mood again.
That.
You know what I mean? You guys got the lighter.
Damn, but you set the mood again. Okay. I'm feeling that. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Light it up. So we have more music reviews to get into, but a lot of trending topics. We were talking off air about, representation of your culture and film and things like that. Do you want to talk about that, or you want to get into the trending topics? Missy, I'm going to throw it to you.
I kind of I don't know. I wanted to get into a trending topic.
Go ahead.
Because we have
an
actor, producer, director right here in front of us. I want to hear his take on
And
this
he a buff
trending
guy.
topic.
He's a buff guy. I did about 300 push-ups to get here. I said, he's about to show me up.
I gotta
I'm about
get
to
ready.
do 300 to get in here. I am not going to look
You
weak
know
around
that is-
Mr. Clay.
You have to get that comment a
No,
lot.
Chris
because
Clay. I am not looking weak around this brother right here.
I watched the movie with my brother, and my brother's all, dang, that's a big guy.
And that's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm doing these push-ups today.
My
Hey, man,
brother's-
you looking strong.
I'm
bro.
trying. I told you I did 300. I'm trying to
Okay.
get ready. Okay, go ahead, Missy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, no, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so this is a trending topic going on in the internet right now. So have you guys heard about the Quentin Tarantino beef with his mother? Have
Beef
you?
with his moms?
Yeah,
No,
have
I
you
have
heard it?
not. I've had not. Heard
Okay,
about
it's
that.
old beef. I don't think they're beefing anymore. But okay, so he is like this crazy talented director. I'm sure you guys are
Super
familiar
talented.
with his films. You know, he's given us the Kill Bill movies, Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I want to hear your opinion about later, Chris.
Okay.
So he is very talented director, and recently he did an interview that when he was 12 years old, he got in trouble at school for writing scripts in class instead of paying attention, and his mom came and scolded him and was like, "Young man, pay attention in class and stop writing these scripts, and your little writing career is over."
Okay.
And he got like, it hit him to the core.
It hurt his
of
feelings.
No, not his feelings, his soul. It was so deep that when he was 12, you guys, he was 12 years old. This man it's 45 years later. So you guys do the math. So when he was 12 years old, he promised himself that if he were to ever make a career out of being a director,
Wow.
because his mom didn't support him when he was 12, that he would never give her any money. He'd never buy her a house. He'd never give her a car, nothing. And he's kept that promise.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now, and it says Tarantino is not going to give his mom a dime of any of the money he's made from directing.
No, and the only time he's given her money is when she needed help with the IRS one time, but nothing luxurious, no gifts, no nothing. What do you guys,
Well, she took the high road. Mom said, "I still love him and I support him." She took the high
she
road,
did.
and I think that's really classy of her.
I agree.
Though. Like, come on, man. If you're looking at your kid, look, maybe Tarantino's telling his side of the story that he's into his scripts. This is what he wants to do, but he doesn't understand that as a parent, the parent is thinking like, you should be focusing on your homework
Totally.
instead of this.
Totally.
You know, at the time of what he was doing, maybe it was intervening with schoolwork, and that's where she was coming from. You just never know.
right.
What you think about that, Chris?
Oh, first of all, he's an artist, and whenever you're dealing with an artist who's in my opinion, a cinematic genius, they can be very intense.
Yes.
And there's a concept that's called redemption, and that's something that I think a lot of people in Hollywood miss. They forget to pay it forward, and then when they do pay it forward, they need to look back and see where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't, in my opinion, I don't. And Quentin, don't take it personal, man.
No, of course not.
But I do believe that your mother is an awesome thing. A mother is a life bringer, and sometimes that they make decisions that you don't agree with. But as a grown man, you have the ability to, like as you guys mentioned, take the high road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if she needs help financially, my mother, let me tell you something. I would take care of I send my mom money all the time.
Of course.
And in my opinion, she's probably tougher than most men, right? And hurt my feelings plenty growing up. That's a Navy mom. She's not playing games with you. She's
Right,
straightforward.
Yeah.
So I would say, man, it's a shame that he can't have that closure, and I would encourage them to think about forgiveness.
I agree. And that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, it's been 45 years. Like, is it necessary to hold on to the grudge 45 years later? Like, it happened when you were a child. Like, you were not fully formed, growing in your physical, mental, emotional, anything. So to hold on to that is crazy.
I agree.
And I mean, but then, okay, so then I think about it and I look at it on the other side. Would he have gotten this far had he not held on to this grudge and made it successful in spite of his mother? Like, I'm sure there was for him to have held on to this grudge for 45 years. It was a big part of him, and I'm sure maybe that drove him like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to get successful, I'm going to show you my writing career. So, you know.
Well, maybe that's why his movies are so dark, though.
Maybe. Yeah.
What would it be like if he actually got I mean, that's a heavy load to carry all these years.
Yeah.
What does his next film look like if he actually starts to be more love-based?
I think that that's a good point.
A romantic
I
Quentin?
don't want to see that.
A romantic?
You don't want to see that?
I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't want to see that.
Well, you know, sometimes those things in life, you know, I think it worked in his favor as well. Like, he felt that his mom was not supporting him, and he probably has it wrong, because look at what she's saying. She's not like downing him. She's talking about, I still love him and support him, as a mother would say, right?
That's love.
So, you know, hopefully they work that out. It's kind of a nasty situation. We had a conversation last week about, what was that? Vanessa Bryant and her mom, the lawsuit. It's like, man, what's going on?
Well, so that's the other point. Like, I guess the mom obviously doesn't have any claim over Quentin's money. That's not really, and I don't think she's hurting or needing money. I think she's living just fine. He's just saying he's not going to buy her any extra things. Like, I'm not gonna give you any prizes from my hard work that you didn't support as a child. And I really don't think that that's the mom not supporting. I think that she was just scolding her son just like any mother would.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Yeah, absolutely, putting him in check. That's
Yeah,
it, putting him in
yeah.
check. So we're gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna get to another music review. We have so many. I think
Who
I'm
do we
gonna
have next?
I think I'm gonna put in Marcos G right now.
Okay.
And we're gonna either sip tea or light it up. Marcos G. Yes, indeed. That was Marcus G with Looking for Something. The song ends kind of crazy. Not sure what that's about. That's from Spotify. Get it together, Spotify. But anyway, at the end of the day, as soon as I started playing Marcus G, Chris was like, man, that voice. You really like that, huh?
Absolutely. The brother's got a good tone.
Got a good tone, absolutely. So we also have our guy, he's leaving the Bachelor set. Francois is back in the building. Francis, are you there, sir?
I am here, and I am not doing any Bachelor antics.
Okay, now see,
this man is talking about.
you don't know what I'm talking about, but listen,
I don't know what this man is talking about.
We're sending your
All
application
of my
in
listeners,
later.
Luminary community,
See,
do not let Junior Leto fool you with this Bachelor talk.
Hey, listen. Okay, I'm just trying to set it up. We need another brother in there. Matt was the first. We needed the second one. So
We'll find another one.
We'll find another one. You are the second one. They don't even know yet. I'm putting your application in without your permission. But moving forward, we have that was Marcus G with the Light song. I really like it. I thought that he had an amazing voice. Definitely gonna light it up for Marcus. Depending on what everyone else says, we're gonna even put him in the core music or not. But I just like that it was just a full song. Like the instruments, the vocal, the harmonies. It was a beautiful song. Beautiful.
Right.
What you guys think? Francois, you go, Francois.
Let's hear it, Francois.
Well, I think I like him already as an artist. You know, always bringing it. I look forward to hearing more from him. This was actually the first song I heard from him, and I enjoyed it. I'm lighting it up for sure.
Okay, you lighting it up. Francis is lighting up as well. Okay, now what about the instrumentation? Anything that just stuck out to you?
There's a lot of great instrumentation, but nothing stuck out so much to me where I would, elaborate on it. Just yet from him.
Just a good feeling. Gotcha. Missy, what you got?
You know, I liked his whole style of it, so I'm gonna light it up.
Okay.
For Marcus G.
Marcus G. Yes.
Yeah. Also, like his style of the music, and then just his style in general. I'm just feeling it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That was Lights Coming Down, Marcus G. That was a good song. I like it a lot. It's very different from what we play here. So to hear a collaborative effort feeling the same way, that's very good. The other day I'm listening in, and what do we have? What's that group that was in that we just did last week? The music vote, Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah.
It played on the radio. I'm like, that's great. It's another song that we got. So it's great to add new songs in there. But Missy, what do we have as another trending topic?
Different things.
Yeah, of course. We want to try different things for sure.
Okay. Have you guys heard about this mom in Brazil who deleted her daughter's social medias.
Whoa.
Okay,
Good job, Mom.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
is it
so-
120 followers?
Okay,
like,
so that's what I was just about to say. So it's
what's
not
the big
it's
deal?
not like she had 120 followers. It's not like she had even 500 followers. Over Instagram and TikTok, she got 1.7 million followers, you guys. And then
How
her
many?
mom 1.7. Her mom deleted it. Her mom said, "Nope, not my daughter. Delete, delete, delete."
Wow.
I know.
That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty
Wait,
traumatic for that young lady.
147 million.
No, 1.7 million.
1.7 million. So
Yes.
was she like as an influencer as well getting that check, or was she
How
just?
could you not? How could you not be getting money if
Yeah,
you have that many
1.7.
followers?
Yeah, that's crazy.
For sure,
That's
you're
crazy.
getting money. So she was only 14 years old, and the main thing is the mom. She was just being a protective mother, and she said that she didn't want her daughter to grow up being this character. And I mean, I understand that's a lot of pressure for a young girl to have on her shoulders when she's still getting to know herself, know the world, and all this stuff, and you know, I'm sure you guys can agree the internet is there's so much out there, and it's just a lot on mental health sometimes. And I
How
think
old
that
is
that's
the
what it
How
was.
old is the daughter, and what's the backstory of why she just deleted it? What happened?
Well, she's 14.
See, she trying
I
to
don't
get into
know.
something she ain't got no business.
I don't know why the mom deleted it. She just said that it was just too much for her daughter. She didn't want her daughter to be like that. And then also, the daughter now is saying that she doesn't know if she's
I
going to
see.
go back.
I did some research. So this is what happened. Missy's making that face like, did you? I'm sorry. I had.
The research is right there.
I know the research is here. Missy does a great job. When we get in every Saturday, she has bullet points. Everything is here. But I just did a quick internet search. And it is here. Missy does have her stuff. But basically, the mom is saying that she doesn't want the daughter to be, basically viewed or judged on the online feedback of what people think about her.
Wow, that's tough.
Which is very important. Right, you hear so many cases of young children, taking their lives because of what someone said on social media, and they think that it's all that matters. Like,
Now,
how many likes?
Question. I have a question for the parents in the room. I know, Chris, you and Junior are both parents. So, would you guys ever delete your child's social media?
The child is here as well, so we're gonna see how this is gonna go down.
I know.
Oh, no,
I
he's
know.
shaking
Is
his
this gonna be a
leg. He's all,
showdown,
"Don't
a
bring me into
drawdown? What's
this."
going on? I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just observing.
I saw the look. I saw the look he gave him.
So you deleted Chris? Rufus? What you doing, Rufus?
I did delete. I did it. I did it.
You did.
Yes, I
Your
did.
daughter or your son?
My son.
Okay.
At one point.
You deleted it.
That's okay. That's
yeah,
just
we
parenting.
had a household. Where we're faith based. We believe in God and values and righteousness, and then I believe that when you look at social media, and you're at 1.7 million followers like this little girl, you have a lot of creeps out there. I'm just gonna say creeps.
Yeah.
Okay,
They'll
okay.
take
Absolutely.
full advantage of your child. I mean,
light it up.
light that one
You
up.
talking some truth now.
And to me, I have a daughter. She's 15, so just a year older. And
Yeah.
if I came onto her social media page and saw grown men,
Ugh.
right, requesting some inappropriate conversations to going back and forth, I would definitely have a feeling about that.
Or even liking the picture.
I mean,
just
first of all, Chris
makes me feel weird.
is flexing in here, and he's serious about what he's talking about.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So I've already made that decision for my family at one point.
Wow. Okay. So wait, get to the delete part. Let's hear that story on why did you delete it? Sorry, young man. I gotta know
Putting
what
him on the
happened.
spot.
What happened?
Well, there was some educational opportunities about the consequences of photos that are being transmitted in both directions, and that to me is, I think, the PG way of saying there were some images that didn't need to be on there.
Okay. From your daughter,
No,
from your son.
well.
Okay, he flexing too. You think he Rufus Jr.?
Well, you know what? My son is smooth, man. I mean, he has it in his DNA. He's a Jones, okay?
Oh, there you
and
go.
he came
Yeah, I
out.
mean,
He
he
came
do.
out the womb with game.
He
You feel
came
me?
out the room with game.
Man,
Yeah.
and he's 6'3", good looking guy, 225 pounds of handsome
6'3".
brother.
225.
Mhm.
Dang, what team he going for next year?
And so, I understand how women are, and some of them can be predatory, and some of them can
Hey.
hold on to things for a while.
That's right,
And so
man.
there's an educational process, and it's like, just be very careful and cautious of what you allow your children to partake in, and I can't be mad at the mom for that. Not
That's
at
what's
all.
up.
Because
Right.
it's your only child. If it's your child that's going to grow into this adult version of what you allow it to be at that formidable age.
Man,
Absolutely.
that's some real talk right there. That's some real talk right there. Now the son is here. You want to defend yourself? He said nah. So he don't want to have nothing to do with what he said. He accepts the consequences. He's like, yep, I was wrong. He said no. He didn't even. No, he said no.
He said he wants this on film.
He said he wants this. It's on film. So, but yeah. So I appreciate your take of being a parent and how you feel about that. I've had to do the same thing with my daughter. I have beautiful girls, right?
Light that up too.
Yeah, right. Like that up.
Light that up.
Yeah, so it's she's 15 and she's into this thing where I want to show myself I'm cute and I'm like, hey, okay, come on. It's too much now, and it's hard, man, especially with girls though.
Yes, it is.
It's hard because you kind of want them to grow into their maturity, but you're like, the guys are looking.
And you know what? It's our job to inform them how much canine actually exists in men. You feel me? There's some dogs out there.
Right.
There's some big dogs
There's
out
some
there.
big dogs out
and there's
there,
some
yeah.
wolves out there
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's
Not some poodles, but some big dogs.
Yeah,
big dogs.
just jump out the corner with poodles.
Yeah, so that's right. Some pedigrees out there. you know.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, we're gonna get into another music review. This is gonna be from Dorian. And let's see if we sip tea or light it up. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show right now. Remember, you can download the app on 993 FM and stay tuned, guys.
Let's go.
Yes, indeed. If you listen to that legal, that lets you know we're at the second half of the hour, the top of the second hour, if you will. It's been great. Already, it's been great so far. I'm loving it today. I'm excited. Feel like I'm not even doing it. I'm just hanging out today. So hardly doing any work. It's been great. We just listened to Dorian, a rap song, as well as Sky. Can't Change. Sky has been kind of blowing up our little charts over here. She's
Shout out to Sky.
absolutely Sky is the most liked song that we have in rotation right now, which is a exciting thing.
That's cool.
To have, an independent artist be one of the most listened to and liked songs out of everybody in there amongst any established artist. So that's great. And that's what we do it for. We want to introduce artists and give them a chance, and look what happens. You know what I'm saying? So what are we going to get to next, Missy? How do you feel?
Were we doing the music review on any of those songs?
Yes.
Yes.
Dorian. Dorian.A.
I noticed that. Dorian, there was like a dot at the
Yeah,
end of
Dorian.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So do you want to go first? Or?
I think I'll go first. I was on social media and he popped up as an advertiser, sponsor, right?
Okay.
The sponsoring music.
So
I'm
that means it's
scrolling through and
working.
I'm like, it's working. It's working. So I'm like, man, this dude's pretty cool. Clean music, not cursing, which we prefer because that's what we want to play.
Correct.
I really like the song. I love the instrumental to it. I'm not sure, Francis, if you got the chance to listen to Dorian, but I'm going to light it up for the young guy. He's doing his thing. The only thing I would say if I was sipping tea is that the mix was not where it needed to be. The mix was really, really off, right?
Okay.
The mix was off. It needs a lot more work, and that could be because of, studio equipment. Simple.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Same thing, right? It's the mix. You could tell that it's an artist that's young, that's
Right.
starting, but the mix was not my
And
cup of tea.
Dorian, this isn't to knock anything of your potential as an artist. I think you have potential as an artist, but I do agree with Junior. I think the mixing could have blended much better with your vocals. I felt like the vocals at sometimes were pitchy.
Yeah. So you looks like you're gonna sip tea to it because of these
I'm
reasons.
sipping tea.
You're sipping tea. Okay.
Sipping tea. Maybe some blueberry tea. I had
Some-
green tea
blueberry
last week.
tea.
We're gonna do blueberry.
Okay. Blueberry tea.
Blueberry and peach tea in the
Blueberry,
building.
yeah, you had the blueberry. He was sipping on the peach tea. I'm
know.
kind of half and half. I'm lighting it up because I like the energy and where he's going. But yeah, the mix had me sipping a little tea as well. I definitely agree, Francois the Great.
Francois the Great. Okay,
Missy
so
Talks, what you thinking?
I am going to sip tea
Okay.
on this song for
Explain why.
Sad Face Dorian.
Okay.
I'm not saying this is a song that it was like the Monday, Tuesday,
And
Wednesday,
Thursday,
so
Friday, Saturday.
that was like half of the song.
The hook was long.
I looked down at my phone and because I was like, man, this is going like pretty forever. I haven't like heard anything from him yet, kind of thing. Right. And then I was like, oh my god, it's like half of the song is almost over.
Okay.
So that's kind of what got me, and then it just didn't catch me the way other songs usually do.
Not a mood for you. Not a mood.
No,
for
I
you.
mean, I liked the beat of it, and there was nothing wrong with it. I didn't like that
just
it was
wasn't
halfway.
I got you. It
was me.
So I'm lighting it up for encouraging reasons, but sipping tea for
always
musically the standard of what it needs to be. Francois,
continue doing your thing.
Absolutely continue, and we'll continue to listen to your music. We cannot put it in the core music, but you were able to get heard live on air.
That's right.
Chris, you have any opinion on that as well?
Just keep grinding,
Just keep grinding.
An artist's job is to get better and better, and I think the more that he stays at it, he'll improve.
Of course.
Absolutely. Good constructive criticism. And he's a young guy. So, yeah, keep doing your thing, Dorian. We support you over here at Luminary Sounds.
That's right.
Keep grinding. So, what else we got as far as trending topics?
So, do you guys remember your most embarrassing moment? Or do you try to forget?
I can't talk about my most embarrassing moment on the airwaves because there's a little crudeness in there that I will discuss off air.
Okay.
And to make me feel better about myself.
Why do I feel like I have an idea?
You might have an idea, but I don't want to go there. We're gonna talk about something.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there.
I have a lot of moments where I took L's in life, right? I'm not gonna talk about that one.
My most embarrassing moment, I refuse to tell anybody. Like, it's just not coming out of my mouth.
So you had the most embarrassing moment that you just won't talk about?
I just won't talk about it.
Not even off the air?
Not even off the air, no.
Why'd you give us the question?
Well, because...
So you want to hear my most embarrassing and you skate away scot-free.
I got a couple, but I could share one.
Okay, let's
Francis, go ahead, because Missy's setting us up.
So, of course, we all have our moments where you run into people, you're looking good. You have your days where you're looking good. You're looking good. You're going outside and you see people that are looking at you. So, of course, I'm like, yeah, I know you noticed me, but I didn't notice the curb. And I caught the curb and I fell.
Hold on, man. When you say you fell, explain this fall.
Okay, so
slipped on a banana peel fall, or you fell face first?
Oh no, this wasn't banana peel.
You caught your knee on the ground. What?
So I'm backing up, I'm not even seeing the curb. I'm just walking backwards.
Well, so you're moonwalking in the street for some reason.
I'm just walking back, and there's a curb right behind me.
Okay, it's not making any sense. Why are you walking backwards as a human?
He fell from the curb, right?
So basically, you're coming out of your car, you're parking your car, you park your car, you're walking towards a store.
Okay.
So you're turning around, looking at everything that's going on, not paying attention to where you're going. You having to turn around for a second, and there's a curb right there.
Okay.
Bam. So I fall backwards.
You fall back. So
how many
all the way on the
saw?
ground.
How many people
all
saw?
the way on the ground.
Who helped you up, sir?
I felt like Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. Oh man! Did anyone help you up?
No, no one helped me up. I didn't want to be helped up.
You didn't
Did
want
anybody
to be.
see you though?
Don't help me up. Let me get up on my own. How many people seen this?
I know a couple of people. When people saw it, but they just try to act like they didn't see you, and they just try to
turn away
walking.
Because it's so embarrassing. Yeah. I can't even know that you. Yeah, I got.
I'll put it this way: it was in an outdoor shopping mall.
Oh man, wow, that's terrible.
So I know people saw me.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
So
Missy,
let me ask you a
one?
question. Let me ask you a question. What last week you said Nas was your favorite rapper? A couple weeks ago, right? What would you do if it happened in front of Nas?
What would I do if
you fell, you embarrassed yourself like that in front of your idol, Nas?
Oh man, knowing me, I'll probably turn it into a joke.
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Everybody falls. You fell in your life, right? I'll put it on.
Okay.
You fell in your life, right? Hey, that's a good one. Did you fall in your life? But leave me alone. I get it. Okay.
I got one for you.
Let's hear Chris.
I got one for
Christopher
you.
Jones.
Okay.
Chris got one. Here we go.
Back in Atlanta, I used to model, right? When I was coming up.
Okay.
Right. So there was a designer. His name was Monet Tony for the House of Monet.
Okay.
And I had a catwalk that was coming up.
Oh man.
And I'm
getting bad.
and when you model, you know you got a lot going on in the background.
Yeah.
People are changing you and all
That's
this. And
right.
that. Okay, so
Francis knows.
so I had a partner who got picked up on the same casting, and shout out to Reginald Walker, my brother from another down in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We get ready. I get dressed. I have these leather pants that I put on. You know, I'm thinking I'm Eddie Murphy right now. I'm like, hey, baby. I mean, we about to go out here. I'm all powered up, you know, and my boy.
Those are hard to get on.
So they
leather, anything.
it's hard to get on,
Yeah.
right? It's hard to get on.
Man. He a big guy, so he got this leather on. It looks like it's a problem.
Okay, so I got these leather pants on, man.
What
and
color were the
They're
pants?
black, you know,
Okay.
pat black, you know. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm powering up. I got my Magnum face on, you know. I'm ready to go out there, and my boy starts busting up, man, because I'm about to hit the stage. I'm catwalking. And I said, what are you laughing at? You know, he's like, I'll tell you later, man.
Uh-oh.
And as I'm walking, I feel a little breeze in the backside.
Oh no!
I'll
I
tell
feel
you
breezy.
later, he says.
Now there's people, you know, sitting all
Not
on the
the
sides.
breeze.
I felt breeze going on. And so I'm saying, okay, you know what? I still got to do what I got to do, man. I'm going down here. I'm posing. I'm giving the thing a turn. I get back, and I said, man, what? Let me look at I look behind me in the mirror. Y'all.
What happened, bro?
Bro, there was no booty. There was.
Was that how they were made?
It was mesh. People was checking out my cheeks as I walked down there, and I couldn't figure out why people were clapping so daggum hard. I felt like I was the man.
Baby.
Clapping for the cheeks, boy.
Jeez, boy, that was pretty
That is,
embarrassing.
it is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Chris had the natural air vents.
So for our people, I'm getting text messages. People are dying laughing right now by the bright skin booty claps. It's pretty bad, bro. Pretty bad. Now you couldn't feel the air at first.
Man,
I
you
mean,
don't have time. You don't have time. You got to go, man.
so you're just
You
feeling the air
gotta go.
in stride.
Yeah, I'm ready to go, man. You know, I'm
Oh,
not
that's
really.
why he said I'll tell you later because
See,
they were
that's
made
what,
like that.
That's what you get for
Right.
trying to put them
Okay.
pants on. You knew you should have checked
Hey,
them.
man, I was getting paid. I was getting paid.
I'm walking down the runway. I don't
get
care.
paid.
That's
You
called
get
high
paid.
fashion, I guess.
High
Look.
fashion.
Okay, so
Look,
the
Chris
reason
said Prince did it, so I'm gonna do it too.
Prince a little guy. Chris in here big.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of my embarrassing moments.
Oh man, that's
my
crazy.
God.
That's crazy. Now, is this on video anyway?
I hope not. I
He's-
hope not.
Man.
Jimmy's gonna be
Sure, I hope
looking.
not.
I'm gonna look
Video
for it.
anyway.
Oh.
Oh,
no,
that
no.
is that
Okay.
is hilarious.
Don't do Chris like that.
Yeah,
Don't
I
do
know,
Chris like
man.
that.
I
So
know.
T-Pain, you guys usually or just did a
Wait, hold on, Missy.
interview.
Hold
No,
on.
it
You're about to
has to do.
escape this.
It
Hold
has
on.
to do with the embarrassing
Hold
moment.
up, Missy. So, are you not gonna give us your embarrassing moment? You gonna just skate away?
You know what?
Francis?
You know what?
Look.
I just feel like I don't have many embarrassing moments. Like I just have to take it. Like I just if it happens,
Look.
it happens. I can't be
Okay.
Missy
embarrassed by
owns
it.
it.
Yeah, I own it. Like I can't be embarrassed by it. It
Okay, so
happened.
Missy owns it. She's not gonna talk about her embarrassing moments. Okay,
Yeah.
because
Maybe in my
neither
memoir one day.
am I. I'm not talking about it either. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I know it's okay. It's okay. Chris satisfied the world right now.
Yes, he did.
So we
Yes,
are
that
okay.
was the
Everybody
response.
got their laughing.
Chris
Yes.
and Francois, we did our thing.
Yes,
right.
thank you,
Absolutely,
gentlemen.
absolutely, absolutely.
Thanks for taking that out.
Go ahead, Missy. Go ahead.
Okay, so we've been talking about T-Pain a lot, right? I mean, we talked about him a couple weeks ago. So he's been doing a lot of interviews. He just did a Drink Champs with Revolt to talk about his successful
T-Pain?
career. T-Pain.
Okay.
About the crazy stuff he's witnessed, he's seen, yada yada. So basically, he's talking about one of his most embarrassing moments is when he ran into Beyonce and Jay-Z at a after party for the Grammys or something, and he saw Queen Beyonce in a white beautiful dress, and he spilled his drink
Oh,
all
whoa.
over her.
Wait. This was T-Pain. I heard a story about Kevin Hart doing that.
No, it was T-Pain. He spilled
Yeah, I was
his
gonna
drink.
say Kevin Hart too.
Spilled the drink on her.
Why is everyone spilling drinks on Beyonce? Do you know like what sacrilege that is? You know,
Okay, so
Probably
I
getting
know
so many
Wale-
things
Wale
at
Wale
the
had
time.
the situation where
That's
he spilled
exactly
the
what
drink
it
on
is.
Jay-Z and
wow,
Beyonce
that's
too.
crazy. So I mean, how long ago was that?
they
I
didn't
feel like
say
that
how
should have
long
been in
it
the
was.
news, like right when it happened, right?
Well, she would never but she would never call him out. She's so gracious and classy. She would never call him
I
out.
feel you.
And he was embarrassed by it, so he hasn't talked about it. He barely talked about it, recently. He's finally got over that embarrassment.
Okay, now that is embarrassing. Now, what if now you say you're sitting at a table with Kim Kardashian and the Kardashian family,
Yeah.
and you
Don't
spill
do
a
this to
drink.
her.
I gotta do it, and you spill a drink on Kim K.
I would cry.
Red wine.
I
Red
would
wine.
cry.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah, I would cry.
You're gonna cry.
I
Okay.
would cry.
Okay.
You know, they take hours to get ready, like, and then I mess it up.
I
by
mean,
doing
full
the
tears
drinks.
right there.
No, not full tears. I would like immediately just say, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, Chris.
Aw.
Now,
Didn't you bring an extra outfit?
yeah, you know you brought an extra outfit. Chris, who's one of your favorite icons that you look up to right now? Who would you say is one of your favorites?
Oh wow. If I that's a great question. In the current trending society or just period?
Whatever you want.
Let's go period then current trending. I kind of want to get a gauge.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. There you go. Okay.
Oh,
That's interesting. All right.
very good.
Why Jordan Peterson?
I can appreciate his perspective. He seems like he's a very critical thinker. He deep dives into the consciousness of man, and he promotes social awareness, which I think we all could do that. Yeah, so he would be one of mine. You know, there's some civil rights leaders that I enjoy. Martin Luther King obviously had a very good stride to him, but then, you know, when you look at Malcolm X, you kind of appreciate him as well.
Now, I have a question for you. This is if you had to have a dinner with MLK, Malcolm X, or Jordan Peterson, who would it be?
It'd be Jordan.
It'd be Jordan.
Yeah, it'd be Jordan.
Wow.
I know why.
Yeah, because we'd have an interesting conversation about things that can not only go into the spiritual aspect of life, and I think that's really what's missing about mankind. I'm not saying that Martin Luther King or Malcolm couldn't do the same thing.
Right.
But I think that he speaks to this generation, and he has such a platform. And I have heard nothing but positive feedback from people who you wouldn't expect it. I had my car worked on the other day. And the mechanic working on it starts talking about Jordan Peterson. And I said, really? You know the guy?
Wow, that's interesting.
And it opened up so much conversation into what I felt was tangible takeaways that I could chew on for a while and think about it, meditate. And I enjoy that. Like I like people who go deep.
There you go. You like people who go deep.
Yeah,
There's a connection there.
Yeah, there's okay. People can be surfers, you know, but I don't. I like scuba divers.
You like scuba divers. There you go. I like that. So what about you?
Man, a person that I would love to have.
No. I'm gonna set it up for you. So, Talib Kweli, Nas, Jay-Z. Who would you have dinner with?
So who would I have lunch with?
Lunch, dinner with, yes.
Anybody. It actually would be none of those people.
Okay, who?
It would be Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay, now I'm not familiar.
Okay, so Kwame Nkrumah was the president of Ghana.
Okay, all right, okay.
He actually helped Ghana become an independent country.
Oh, okay. Now why? Now why?
I just being a fellow Ghana man, I just feel like, anyone that was able to move a country forward, I would love to just kind of pick his brain and find out, just as a person, what made you want to say, you know what, we're a great country and I want to help us establish ourselves and take ourselves to a next level, and just hear his answer. Because I'm sure that, you could love your country. It's one thing to love your country, but it's another thing to say, you know what, I'm going to do something to help us move forward. So that's just incredible to me. So I would love to meet him and sit down and have lunch with him.
That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, for me, I know this. It might sound crazy, right? But I would like to sit down with Jesus for like 30 minutes.
Come on now.
And just throw.
There you
Hey,
go.
listen, if I do this,
If it was possible.
can I get out of this? if I do this, like
Trying to find the loopholes.
yeah, because people right now they're talking about this, and this has happened in society. What you think about this? Okay, because I need 30 minutes so you can break it down what really matters. I believe in my heart I know what matters, but I would love to sit down so I can get all my questions and be like, you guys are wrong. You just
think
don't have an
30
idea.
minutes would do it?
I mean, for my questions, all I need is 30 minutes.
Okay.
Well,
I would just have questions. Yes, no,
Give
yes,
us
yeah.
one. Give us one of those questions.
Man, this might be too heavy for the radio, right?
okay.
But I would
Okay,
ask
give us one
him.
of the light ones, the PGs.
Well, I would ask him like, what would be his feelings on the Christian community and their thoughts and how they they project their thoughts and theories on people that don't live in, I guess, Christian values. Like, where do you put them? Like, you have like gay, lesbian, transgender, and you have certain Christians that are completely against it. It's an abomination type thing, and how some of them feel. I would say the extremists. Like, what do you think about that, Jesus? Like, what about these people that have these opinions? Like,
well, I think he actually commented on that. I mean, Jesus is painted very differently.
Yeah.
If you actually read the Bible, you'll see that the Pharisees at the time hated on him for hanging out with people who were drinking wine. He was hanging out with the tax collectors. And so when he said, "Judge ye not, lest ye be judged yourself," he was trying to explain to you it's not your lane to judge them.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
He's the King of Kings.
That's how I feel.
And he was so gracious and merciful, man. If you I think that's a great answer. You trumped everybody with the King of Kings. I mean, you want to sit down with him and ask him those questions. I think folks can sit down and read their own Bibles and get some of those answers too.
I completely agree, but I think, it is lost in the sauce.
Okay.
People are so big on how their own beliefs and how they feel.
That's right.
Versus, like, biblically, if you're a Christian and the values are there of what you shouldn't be judging anyway. No. Like, it's not your lane. You only have one lane.
That's right.
And you and Jesus, your relationship with God, that's your only lane. If you're veering off to the right, talking about what's going on in your life and your lane, you're already in the wrong lane.
Getting a pile up.
Yeah,
that's how accidents are made.
It's a pile up.
It's a pile up.
Exactly.
Stay in your lane.
That's why I would have a conversation with Jesus.
I will say I do like the way you end your question, though. You like Jesus.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Jesus, I want to make sure things get straight. So speaking of Jesus the Almighty, but we have a song called Sunrise, right? Not by Jesus, right? It's by Off One. They're a musical group. They're actually I believe in not Ventura County, but what? No, what?
Are they in Santa Barbara County?
No, not Santa Barbara County.
Really? They're in the area.
They're familiar they're in the area-ish. I'll get that down of exactly. Oh, Lompoc. That's where they're at.
Oh,
they're
that's where I'm from.
Exactly.
Not Lompoc, but
yeah, but so don't be biased. Don't be biased, Missy.
Well, I already have my answer in my head. Anyway, so.
Okay, all right.
Is that Santa Barbara County?
Is it Santa Barbara County?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. So this is Off the One with Sunrise. We're gonna sip tea, or we're gonna light it up. Let us know. Welcome back. That was Off the One, Sunrise from Lompoc, California. I thought it was different. It's got a little reggae kind of feels to it.
I noticed.
Sunrise, beach feeling, just riding around with the top down, relaxing, sipping a mimosa, some of that. I'm gonna light it up.
All right.
I'm gonna light it up. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about it, but I'm gonna light it up because it was a different mood and I really liked it. I actually played the song like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I played it 4 or 5 times. Now, when Missy says that's cool, we always know what comes next. So that's just a little poker face. And when you say it's cool, okay, I like that. That's cool. Something's coming next. So, and further ado, here's Missy.
I love how you know how I do that.
Here we go. Missy's up next. How do you feel, Missy?
I'm actually lighting it up for this.
What?
Song. I'm lighting it up.
Okay, all right. Missy's lighting it up. I'm shocked. Go ahead. Why are you lighting it up?
You know what? This song, I mean, we joke about every single week, I'm usually super anti-love songs, right? This song, and it was a love song, and it was partial reggae, right? But
Off the One.
Yes, yeah. It just gave me hope. I liked it. I'm like, maybe someday someone will feel this way about me.
Oh, how sweet is that?
So I liked it.
Okay.
I wasn't a hater today.
You weren't a hater today.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
So I'm lighting it up.
Oh, I light it up, man. He reminds me of the Caribbean Weekend,
Ooh.
He sounds like the layering
Caribbean
of the vocals.
Weekend, man.
You got some good descriptions.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
I copywrote that. I wrote that down.
Write it down.
I just stole that. Caribbean Weekend. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I like that. Okay, Caribbean Weekend, lighting it up. Yeah, I agree. I'm lighting it up. It's definitely a vibe for me. Dean, give me a head nod if you liked it or not, because Dean's lighting it up as well. It was good. I thought the music was very unique. There's no one out in Lompoc that's sounding like that at all.
Lompoc is a small town.
That's right. They're in their own lane. So shout out to Off the One. We really appreciate the music. We're gonna get to some more reviews. What we got, Missy?
Off the One.
Off the One for sure.
Wait, Francois? What did you think of it?
Oh,
Did we get you yet?
did we get you?
No, it's okay.
Cause you so remote, I forgot you was even here sometime. What's going on? What you think, man?
Francois.
I loved it. I liked it. I started thinking about having a coconut drink.
Oh, okay. Caribbean weekend.
I'm lighting it up.
Caribbean
weekend. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm agreeing with Chris and his Caribbean weekend.
That's
That's what's up. All right, okay, light it up as well. So yeah, shout out to Off the One. We're gonna have to put them in rotation. The people have spoken. That was a great song. So we're gonna get to another trending topic, and then we have a musical guest that's gonna be here. That's actually already here. We're gonna be talking to him. He has a show that he's gonna be doing tonight at Oxnard at the theater. Where's it gonna be? Oxnard Performing Arts. So we're gonna be talking to him about his performing art, his music tonight. I think he's opening up for Bone Thugs and Harmony, which is always a big look. You know, it's one of the legendary bands. You know, so we're gonna get into a trending topic real quick. What you got, Missy?
Okay. How many of us have tattoos? I have some. Junior does.
Chris said no tattoos. Now can your son get a tattoo?
No.
No. What if he turns 18 and he gets a tattoo?
You know, that's between him and the maker.
But is he gonna have problems though?
Well,
with his daddy.
So his heavenly father, my brother has enough tattoos for everybody in the family.
Okay,
so we're all set there. Shout out to Nick Jones down in Jacksonville.
Nick Jones.
Okay, all right, okay. Shout out to
I'm with Chris. I don't have any tattoos.
Francois does not have any
So it's
tattoos
half and
either.
half then.
It's half and half. Dean is tatted up all over the place.
Okay.
So hopefully we can get into the kingdom of heaven together. Hopefully we can get in there, God. You know I love you, Jesus. Let me in there. Let me up in there. Okay. Yeah, you know I love you. Please, Jesus.
How would you guys feel about getting matching tattoos with not a romantic partner, but a buddy of yours?
I already did.
You got matching tattoos?
I got matching tattoos.
With a friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Me too.
Oh.
I got it. Yes, with my brother and one of my good friends.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So it's a thing then. So the people in the room who do have tattoos have gotten matching tattoos with
Right.
people. The reason I'm asking what's going on in the internet. MGK. Francis, you already knew. Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker just got matching tattoos for the name of the Machine Gun Kelly's album, Born with Horns, which was produced by Barker. So they just got it on their arms.
Born with Horns.
Born
okay.
with Horns, yes. So
That's
it's like...
interesting. Chris is going to download that as soon as he leaves.
They already...
I can't wait to get that Born with Horns album by Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, so they already have, like, both of them are covered head to toe in tattoos. So it's kind of like, what's another one?
Okay.
So they got matching ones. What are you, Junior? You said that you have matching one.
I
with a friend.
I do. Yes.
So you're not against it then?
No, I'm not. I'm not against it. It was just a story. We were younger. We went to got tattoos together. I got it with my brother, and I got it with my best friend, who's also like a brother of ours. Everybody's still very close in the family.
That's good.
And no, I don't see. Say it again.
Would you do it again?
I mean, right now, at my age, would I get a matching tattoo with a homeboy? No, I would not do that right now as a grown man with kids. I'm not getting it. Hey, Dean, you want to get a matching tattoo today?
Answer.
Let's go get a tattoo. No, that's not happening. So it just depends on where you are in your life. I'm not getting a tattoo with Dean, right? This is my boy, but I'm not getting one. At a certain age, I think that, it's the time has passed, right? I was younger when I did it. It is what it is. I don't regret it, right? I still want to get to heaven. I don't regret it. But at the end of the day, Missy, what was the reason for yours?
Well, I actually have two different matching tattoos. One I have with my brother and my sister. We all have the same thing. And then the other one, me and my best friend, it's not exactly the same tattoo, but she has a sugar skull. I have a sugar skull. And then we have each other's like initials.
Okay.
So,
that's good.
and like just like you, like we're still in each other's lives, like, and then also with my brother and sister, I can't not have them in my life. So I mean,
Okay.
I think it's cool. Like,
I think it's cool.
And
Chris,
let me tell you.
Go ahead, Chris.
Wait. Let me tell you.
Take the top off. Chris want to say something.
Staying in my lane, brother.
No.
I do have to
I'm
say one
staying in
thing.
my lane.
We accept all opinions, Chris. So tell me the reason why you are against the tattoos. I have to know that.
So I believe that the body is a temple of God.
Okay.
And I call my brother Uncle Graffiti because
Uncle
I feel like
Graffiti.
he's just allowed allowed, so much artwork to
Uncle
be on the
Graffiti.
temple. Yeah. Oh, he's got jokes. Trust me.
Okay.
Chris?
He has to be ready with
Chris.
Uncle Graffiti. Go ahead.
That's my whole take. In Leviticus, it says not to do that. I know it's Old Testament. Again, I know people who say Jesus had tattoos. That that he had the holes in his hands were tattoos. He kept them. Right.
Yeah.
Could have healed himself up.
Yeah. I see.
So,
Okay.
To
So
each
it's
his
a
own, man.
religious thing for you.
It's I think the body's a temple. I mean, so am I a hypocrite sometimes though? Absolutely.
Well, I mean, the body is a temple, but if we eating Popeyes too,
Come on now. That's what I
we
said.
eating Popeyes and we eating McDonald's and stuff, that's a temple too. So it's like I kind of agree with the new. I ain't trying to get Dr. Jaquala. I see her in the back. I ain't trying to take the kingdom of heaven and take the pride show from you. But I also believe what the Testament, where the New Testament where it says, it's not what you put in you, it comes out of you as well. So I do believe. Like, here's an example. Okay. I was at The Habit, right? I was at The Habit getting something to eat, and there's this guy tatted all over, his head facing. I mean, he looks like he's dangerous, right? But he goes to a church that I was attending. So when I seen him, I said, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" The people seeing me interact. They were like, "You're not scared of that guy?" I'm like, "No, this guy's cool." Right. Like. And the first thing he would say, "Man, Jesus is good, man. Man, Jesus is great." And that's what he was talking about. I'm like, to me, I feel like you have to be in this element where you can reach people that are just like you.
Yes.
If you can't go into the hood without the stripes and talk about and being able to like talk to people and they can see you and see themselves. I think that's a way that Jesus kind of works with people. No, just my take.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think everything works together for those who love the Lord. That's what
for sure.
It's all good, baby.
So I'm gonna have.
It's all good. Judgment free zone over this way.
Okay.
I'm staying in
My
my
point
lane.
is very
I'm trying to get there. Okay. Now we had a great time. I'm gonna call you Clay.
It's my grandfather's
I'm gonna
name.
call you Clay, aka Rufus. Right? We had a great time with Chris in the building.
Chris, lovely to have you.
Oh,
man.
lovely to have you. We have another guest coming through,
Yes,
but
thank you.
It's been real fun.
Go ahead. Any shout outs that you want to give before you go? Anything you want to say?
A big shout out to the Ventura Arm Splitters. This is a arm wrestling team that I've just locally linked up with. We've been having some really good matches and good practices. So shout out to those guys. Big shout out to Jake Borowski up in the high desert. Peter Shrako. Thank you for all the help that you guys done. Art Burton up in Chicago. And Dr. Jaquala Shropshire for her
Dr. J.
steadfast
Dr.
support.
J.
I just appreciate everything about her. She's such a loving soul, and again, I feel like I'm sitting with family. So thank you guys for having me on the show.
You are
man.
family.
Thank you for having
Absolutely.
me. I feel like I know you guys. Man.
Yeah,
We'd love to have you back anytime.
Absolutely,
All right,
man. Absolutely. I'm getting text messages. People really enjoyed having you on. They want you to take my spot. I'm like, no, he's not. I'm not leaving. But no, just kidding. But we had a great time, and it was amazing to have you. Great stories. Really loved it. But we're going to get into a Lillian Hepler, Moody Girl, and we have another guest coming through. Step to your light it up. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. That was Moody Girl by Miss Hepler. Moody Girl. Watch your mouth now. Moody Girl, sir.
Moody?
Yes, that's right. Moody.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I'm just checking for the FCC airwaves now. Moody Girl. That was Moody Girl. Let's get this quick review in. What are you doing, Missy? Are you sipping tea? Or are you lighting it up?
I'm lighting it up, first of all, for my girl.
Okay.
For my moody girl.
For your Moody Girl. I figured you were going to like it.
Yes.
Okay.
If that was going to be a soundtrack of my life, that
Soundtrack
might be that.
of your life.
It might be that.
Soundtrack of your life.
It just needs to be a little darker, like just a little bit more like edginess.
A little bit more edgy?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, and then it would be the soundtrack of my life.
So, okay,
I'm not saying I want it to be because I liked it.
You need weapons in it? Like, what do you mean? What,
No,
edgy
just like deep torture soul kind of thing.
Wow. Okay, cutting her mic off right now.
Oh, that's
cutting her mic off. Yes.
Before she said that though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Why are you picking up energy? I'm good at that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you hear that voice, that's Tay Morris in the building.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
That's Tay Morris in the building.
Yeah,
before we get to him, I'm gonna light it up as well. I'm gonna give Miss Hepler some love. I liked it. Francois, what do you think?
I'm going to sip tea.
I knew you were gonna sip tea.
I knew it.
I just wasn't feeling it.
Why? You know what? It was just
you're
like
not a moody girl.
I mean, I don't need moody girl. I need a nice girl.
And
Like,
you know,
what's
it
up
sounded
with
like
you?
the artist Benny. It sounded like Benny a lot, and I was like, you know, Francois the Great is gonna just shut this down.
I had to shut it down. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to be the bad guy.
Okay, so that's 2-3. It's not a majority. I don't know if we could put it in the core. We'll see.
Next time.
Missy's making a face.
I was just saying, I'll listen to it.
Okay, we'll debate if it goes into the core music right now, but
What I do have to say though,
Go ahead.
although I like the song, it is not a song that I would put on repeat.
okay, well then maybe that answers it because we don't want it to be in the board and people like thumbs down, you know. So anyway, moving on to the artist of the day. We have Tay Morris in the building
Okay,
right
Tay.
now.
Thank y'all.
What's
Tay
up, Tay?
Morris.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm alive and blessed.
Alive and blessed,
You know how it
absolutely.
That's
goes.
the way to be.
That's the way to
only
be.
Good to have
Unless
you.
you
Good to
Moody's,
have you.
right?
Absolutely, man. So you are going to be performing on stage with legendary group Bone Thugs and Harmony. Wake
is
up,
right.
wake
That
up,
is right.
wake. Okay.
It's the first of the month.
It's
you
the
know
first of
what
the
I'm
month.
saying?
It's first
You
of the
know what I'm
month.
saying? That's
Absolutely.
what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really the 14th of the month, but yeah,
every
we
day the
get
first,
it.
you know
But
what
we
I'm
get it.
saying?
Yeah,
Depending
yeah.
how you living.
First and the 15th. That's what counts, right?
You keep your paper right, you know, every day the first. You know what I'm saying? So,
Everything's the first. And Tay,
So quick question for Tay, Mr.
Right,
Tay
right.
Morris here.
Talk to me.
How did that connection happen with
Yes,
you
tell us.
good question.
opening up for Bone Thugs?
Honestly, to be so real, I just had good connections with booking agents from previous events I did. It just really just establishes myself professionally. You know, it just takes like the extra effort, the extra step to kind of like, you know, form a relationship. So really just relationships.
So was it a thing
Thank
that
God.
they needed somebody, and then this somebody said, "Oh, you know what? I know a person who'd be good for this."
What I need is somebody to keep the fire going. You know what I'm saying?
And they had thought of
I'm
you.
an Aries, so I start fires. So, you know, that's what. Okay,
We're
so
both. We
that's-
got two Aries in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, 2 areas in the building. What's good?
Then I tell you, I picked up her vibes. I was like,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
she like to set shit on
Fire,
fire. You know what I'm
fire.
saying?
Yeah. FCC, we're going to keep it clean, but go ahead, sir.
My bad. My apologies.
Yeah,
Yeah. So definitely it was just one of those situations. And like I said, like it's just really God.
Okay.
It's something I've done shows before. Where I had shows with Warren G, Too Short. You know,
Wow.
I've been around some of the greats for real. And just I think for me it was like each new step was like a level up. You know.
Okay. What's your best show out of all those legends that you just mentioned?
So I feel like every show was a step of growth. So I can't say. I think my last show is my best show. You know.
Okay.
I feel like every day is a new form of growth. So, I'd hope that it was better than my first one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, that's what you look for, right?
Yeah.
To
Right,
grow
right.
every time you perform and get better and better and better and better.
Definitely. And this is kind of one of those things where it's like it's really more spiritual for me, to be so honest with you. When
Okay.
it comes to my music and like performing, it's just more of a spiritual release. So
I got you.
You know, it's like everything culminating up to these moments. It really, I get like dumb anxiety from it, but it's not anxiety. It's more so just like anxiousness, because it's like, okay, I'm fine. I've done all this to finally release this energy. You know?
Okay, so as far as the energy is concerned, before you get on stage, like, are you nervous before you go? Are you working off the crowd? If the crowd is dull, do you still go hard? Like, what is it for you?
And to piggyback off of that, like, is there any pre-show rituals that you have to help
Definitely.
combat that?
Yeah.
You know, that first of the month for sure.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
And then
If you know, you know. Right.
And then you know, just really like tapping into my divine spirit. You know,
Okay.
tapping in with my ancestors.
Okay.
But and sage. But truthfully, yeah, that's kind of what it is. Anxiousness, like, it just kind of comes. I think that's natural.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be.
And especially if I don't feel it, then it's like I'm doing the same thing, because like truthfully, if you don't feel uncomfortable, you're not really growing.
That's true.
So I've really kind of, especially over this year, these last 2 years, like I was telling Dean, like, bro, it was just like 2 years ago we was talking about COVID. Like, it's almost 2 years deep.
Yeah.
And we sit in this moment where it's like every day has been uncomfortable from the moment being. So if you have been looking for comfort in this time, then are you really
Well, how did you maneuver through COVID as an independent artist?
prayer?
Prayer and grits.
Prayer, A lot of ramen.
Yeah.
A lot of roaches. Not the ones you be got to kill, but
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that.
what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Okay.
I gotta get that A before I gotta pay this bill today.
So we're having a fabulous time right now. So yeah, no, I agree, man. It's like it's been hard to maneuver. For this show, are they paying you for this show, or is this something that they just kind of booked you and you just opening up for?
It's like a paid partnership event.
Good, because I know it's very hard with artists to do any kind of work during COVID. You couldn't get paid because things were shut down.
Right, but it's also like it also entails like my marketing as well.
Okay.
So, definitely some work behind it, but I feel like what's worth it if there's no work behind it, bro? Like at this point in my life, I've been doing music seriously I've been doing it since 12, but like seriously, I would say for the last 6 years.
The last 6 years.
Wanted to take.
So you really went hard 6 years.
Right.
Is that what's your ultimate goal, or one of your goals that you want to achieve in music?
One of them. Yeah. I got my hands in a lot of pots.
So what is one of your? Which one of your goals? Yeah. Which one?
Just one of them. Truthfully, just sealing a partnership or some type of contract with. A major label or major distribution company.
See, that's a good. I'm glad you said that. So, in this climate of artists signing to large contracts, I'm not sure if you know this, but the famed group De La Soul just retained their masters after fighting for ownership for I don't know how many years with Tommy Boy Records.
Awesome.
Tommy Records.
Wow.
So what happened was Reservoir had purchased Tommy Records for $100 million, which gave them an escape route to get out of this disgusting contract where they didn't have rights.
Crazy.
Do you want to get into a situation with a label where they're going to have you and you're going to be the slave? Is that what you want to do, sir?
What's my question? Is how you?
My question is,
I'm gonna say yes to that. First of all,
he's like, set me up.
Yeah, set me up. Put me in the chains.
You want another 400 years? Nah, I'm good. No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it about a major that you feel that you have to do with the independent just pushing so far? Because, like, you're an independent artist and you're on the radio now.
Right. So this is my thing. It's not even more so like a major.
Okay.
I think that's like the scope.
Okay.
Why I say majors, because I'm looking to do major things.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I'm in it for the long term. So whatever at this point, like I'm gonna just keep chiseling, and like you said, like I'm on the radio without even having to have a major deal. So that tells me a lot already in the standpoint where what I'm doing.
Right.
Sometimes you got to look back and pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
So, but more so, I'm thinking more like just a partnership with
I like that.
because at the same time, I'm gonna be so real. Like I've been self-managed my whole career, so a lot of I wear a lot of hats at one time, which is not bad because I have my hands in different things. But at the same time, like you can get kind of steered off focus with what needs to be done at certain times when it comes to not having a full team. Right. I have a team. I have many people that
that you work with.
That I work with. So I have a team, but it's just like okay, who's gonna wear each hat type thing. Okay. But I'm more than willing to continue doing what I've been doing. Yeah. Truthfully, like hands down. I mean, it's doing something. My last video, we got like 107K right now. So
Are you talking about
on YouTube?
Angels, yeah.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I saw that it was released 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like 8 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Thank
Wow, that's big numbers.
That's pretty good. I mean, as an independent artist, YouTube makes it really difficult for artists. Like for YouTube, I believe I had the numbers. I don't know why I don't have them on me right now. But if you were to make, I believe, $1,600, you need to have 1 million views on YouTube. 1 million.
Oh yeah.
1 million views to I believe to earn $1,500 to $1,600, and that is what Jay-Z. That's why he started the title, to try to give more ownership to the artist, because it's 0.000001 or something like that. Yeah, and crazy. I mean, it's just really hard for you to be an independent artist and make that money on these platforms. Like what you're doing is great. 20 years ago, 100-something thousand. That's a gold record. So that's how I look at it. It's like, man, for the numbers that you're doing now, I always reverted to back then before it got kind of crazy. Like, man, you're doing a good job. Because they just make it, they just keep moving the pole. So, they make it really hard.
And that's what it is too. I think like you said, 20 years ago, that would have been a
goal.
Right. But now we're in this thing where it's like, it's a good and a bad thing. Because 20 years ago, you probably had to pop the trunk, sell your CDs and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as much as the time has changed, you have more access to more people.
Yeah, no gatekeepers.
So but I think it just takes the steps of you actually being the person behind the boards.
Yeah.
And being willing to do that. As an artist, it's really hard a lot of artists don't want to do that. Don't want to be like, okay, I have to record the song, but then I have to think of a marketing scheme, and then I have to also put the budget behind the marketing to see if that works. And like, you got to really believe in yourself before anyone else can, for real.
Right.
So
there you go.
That's kind of where I've been with it. Like, all right, if I'm not willing to do it, why am I gonna look for somebody to delegate to do that?
Right.
You know
Absolutely.
At what point? Because everyone has a point where they thought, man, this just isn't working, or you felt really down, and you either almost gave up, or you would just had a low point in your music career.
Shit, all 25 years of my life.
The whole time, huh? It's hard. Yeah.
It'd be like Six Flags in my life, bro. We be up and down all day, bro.
Wow, 25. Yeah, well, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's definitely hard. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm an independent artist myself. I think the hardest part is what you're saying. Like, you create something beautiful, and then that's just half the work. Then you got to put it out there, and you have to get that reception from others, right? That's another part of the game that a lot of artists don't understand. They don't understand their publishing. They don't understand that they can go to they can go to EA Sports and NBA Live and submit their own music to the companies themselves.
Almost nobody knows that.
And like, they don't understand there's so many ways to get out there. They don't understand that. So, I encourage all independent artists to not give up. Do your research as much as you put in your hard work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're going to get into a music review from James, Japan before we get back.
All right.
We're going to sip tea, or we're going to light it up. Actually, this is Bryson Tiller, but we'll be back. We still with our guest, Tay Morris, still in the building. That was a lot. Hey, we busy. That's all I can say. James, we'll get you in next week. So the show is tonight. You excited? You ready to go? Always ready to go? So,
everybody go support Tay.
Everybody,
go ahead.
Go.
I have a question for you. You said that you've been seriously working on your music for 6 years. Have you seen like an evolution in your style? Like, have you played with different styles in like your musical journey? What would you say?
Definitely. And Dina even tell you, he's been in the studio with me. Like, there's no stone left unturned when it comes to me recording. I really just try everything.
You try rock and roll.
I would do that too.
She said you try rock and roll.
Honestly, I feel like that's one thing. I'm an artist. Like, I'm not I'm not a rapper. Like, I'm an artist.
Okay.
So is there any music you listen to that we would be like, oh, that's interesting?
Good question.
I like a lot of like old 90s soul. Like,
okay.
I'll be in my feels.
Okay. So you don't listen to like any pop music, any like heavy metal, soft rock, 90s rock.
I like alternative, not like 90s
alternative
rock and alternative too.
Okay,
like,
there you go.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My musical sound really is very diverse. Like, I can go from listening to, I don't know.
He's going to listen to Green Day after this.
Hey.
Maybe.
Linkin Park, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I used to listen to them, like,
you ever listen to Pink Floyd?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
That's my stuff right now. Pink Floyd.
What else? Who else?
You have a 9 Inch Nails. I don't listen to 9 Inch Nails, but I know about them. Metallica.
But like, my music sound is really diverse, so I can really go from like listening to like Coldplay to like,
right.
I don't know.
I get you. I
feel like that's where the best samples come from, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is being able to like, even like old school Sam Cooke, So I really be kind of like submerged in music just to kind of pick those new sounds. Truthfully, I'm with doing everything that's not being done right now, if that makes sense.
So you pull your inspiration from what's not being heard, like you're trying to be different kind of thing, I guess. I don't want to say
not trying, but
not trying, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, that's what's up. That's
So
good.
we have 1 minute left. We're gonna let you talk about how people can go to the show or get tickets, and then we're gonna play one of your songs on our way out. But tell people how they can, tap into you and how can they listen to the show.
Tickets on sale right now. They're going for $35. I got one more backstage pass. They're going for the Honda, but you get kick it backstage with me.
Okay. How can they reach you to get that Honda?
They can reach me at Who Is Tay Morris. That's WHOISTAYMORRIS.
Okay.
At Instagram, Twitter. I'll be on it all day. And the tickets are available then or even on thecanyonclub.com. You can find them, but tap in with me. I got something for the love for you.
Do you know how many people you expect to be there tonight?
It's finna be a packed show.
Oh, it's gonna be a packed show.
Yeah,
wow. See,
yeah.
man, you need to get
Some
a
good
few more
energy
tickets
then.
so Mitch and I can show up in that thing.
I mean, let me know. Y'all can rock with
We
me.
can show up in that
for
thing,
sure.
media press, and get in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do. But in the meantime, we are going to be sounding out right now. It has been a pleasure.
That's
We hope
right.
you guys check
Joy.
out Tay Morris, listen to his music, get familiar with the brother. He is an independent artist on the rise. And that's it for us at Luminary Sounds. We will see you guys next
We out of
We will
here.
miss
Next
you.
week.
We'll see you next
Oh, man,
Saturday.
it's been, hey, good luck tonight, brother.
Thank you.
All right, man.